Hello fellow cyclists, today I'm going to do a deep dive into the Beeline Velo2 GPS unit. It's had some really wrong reviews from Bike Radar, 2 out of 5 I think they rated it last year, and a couple other websites have rated it pretty good, 8 out of 10, and I think there was a couple other high rated ones as well. However, there's some criticism about the turn-by-turn navigation on this device. We'll see. I'm going to take it through its paces today and work out if it's going to be any good. Will it be a game changer or a letdown? Let's find out together. But before we do jump in, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe and ring the bell for more cycling gear reviews and adventures. Now let's get to it. I'm going to try putting a GPX route on the fly through the app onto the device. Let's see if we can get this working for me. Okay, I'm going to fire up the Beeline app. That will then obviously load in using my internet connection, my Strava routes, as you can see just there. And basically what I'm going to now do is try and plan a route. So on the app we've got a plan route. That's exactly where I am. And I'm going to put that there. I'm going to basically do my training route. So if I do one to there. There we go. And put it there. See if this goes any quicker. Oh, did I tap it? There I did. See, it's fairly quick. And then basically I'm going to go back to, I'm going to back home to Welton. Oh no. It's pretty difficult one-handed. So if I zoom in there, I'm guessing we can move this. I can bin it. I'll put that there. There we go. That's more like it. That should be fine. So yeah, so I've got the current location. It's balanced. It says there it's going to take me 1 hour and 6 minutes. I don't think it will, but right, so if I press go, it's onto the device. Let's give it a ride, shall we? Right, so currently it says we're in K, by the way. I can switch it to miles, but we're in kilometers at the moment. It says I've got 1.5k till the next right turn. .3, and obviously I know this route like the back of my hand. If it does it well, I might take it on a mystery tour tomorrow and see if it works fine, but I'll be keen to see if it works with an existing route, and I'm sure everyone who does get one of these devices, I'll tell you what, there's just too many cars today. Okay, right, so we're down to meters now. 810 meters and 800 meters. Now this will be fascinating to find out if it's on the money here, because it's obviously quite crucial that it gets these turns right. Okay, we're getting into the 500s, 530, 520 meters. See how accurate it is. So on the display there, it is a colour display I believe, but for the battery life it uses mainly black and white and occasional colours as well, from what I've seen at least. 410 meters, 400, 390. Oh, is it gonna tell us or not? It's obviously the junction there, of course, which I know too well. Let's see how accurate it is. Right, you should be seeing the junction coming up shortly. It's a right turn. 230 meters. I wonder if it does anything to actually let me know in case I'm not looking down. Get in there now. 130, 120. The junction's coming up. Oh, we got a beep. 60 meters, 50 meters. Do you know what? beep beep. 20 meters, 10 meters, 0 meters. And here we go. Here's our first turn. Well, it got that one all right, and the next one is 2.1 kilometers away, which will be about right, I think. That's past the bridge. If any of you caught my other videos, you'll see this route quite often when I come out to do some tests for little things. Well, so far so good. And I've also spotted as well, you can change the screens. I think in the settings you can get it to auto rotate every 3 seconds or so to rotate every screen, but you can manually do it as well from the looks of it. Yeah, so this screen here is the ETA screen, so it tells me I'm going to be 53 more minutes to ride, 16.2 kilometers left to go. Now I've put it on the speed screen. I'm currently doing 20.2 kilometers, and I thought as much. I've got a turn coming up. 1 beep for 100 meters, 2 beeps for about 20 meters, which is just here. So we've stopped. We need to be turning up there, 4.3k onto the next step, and as you see, it's just paused there. So yeah, let's give it a go. You know, I'm quite impressed with this so far. So this screen is the current speed, 19.2 kilometers, 19.3, 20, get the idea. Underneath it is your average speed, which is pretty useful. Now, pressing up or down gives you the thing. Now, I'll put it back on the map in. I think I've discovered the first little thing. It says here, 2.2k. Well, I know, well, I've got a road in front of me. Now, I think I know where it's coming from. I think what it's coming from there is I'm actually going straight over, so it is the same road. So I can sort of understand that, but that may confuse. But, you know, you just follow instructions, you go straight over. You go straight over. Here we go, look, so I'm going to slow down here. So it says another 2k straight over on the map. It should beep any... Well, no, I don't think it will beep because it's not a physical turn. When realistically we've got a big old junction coming up here, and it's a busy old road. This is the A46. In theory, you're not actually turning, you're just going straight over on the same road, and it is the same road. It just happens to be across a major, although it's quiet now, A46, which is a busy A road, and yeah, quite a bit awful to ride on as well. So I can see where it's coming from. However, I think once you've got used to that quirk, I think it'll be fine. On my other GPS units, like the Hammerhead Karoo 2 for instance, it will tell me straight over at the junction, it will tell me there's this junction coming up, and be prepared, whereas this doesn't. So, you know, there is that. Yeah, the navigation does seem a bit of a quirky thing, but I think once you've nailed it, you understand what it's trying to tell you. It's fairly easy. I wonder if it's the same in built-up areas. That'll be for another video, I think, where I'm going to be testing that. 130 meters. Yeah, it is. It's on about the turn over there. So 100 meters, there's 1 beep, and it will beep twice at 20 meters as well. And I think I know where it's coming from here. Yeah, it is. So it thinks there, it'll beep at 20. And lo and behold, there's our turning. A little bit of a quirk, but I don't know where it's getting its data from, whether it's Google Maps or Mapbox maybe, I don't know. A little bit windy now. Yeah, so the screens itself, this is the obviously the mapping screen, the default one you can have it on. If you go up, you get the left and right to action, end route, or stop. I think stop means if you're going to stop for a cafe stop, possibly, I don't know. It does include auto pulls. Going down, obviously, that's the map. Next one is the ETA, 24 minutes, and it's flashing because we've stopped. We've only got about 7.2 kilometers left to ride on this. At the bottom of the screen, you see the little bar line as well. That tells you, obviously, how much you've got left, or how much you completed, and how much you've got remaining on there. So that's quite useful. Next screen is the current miles, or current kilometers per hour, and the average. Currently I'm 21 average, and I'm doing nothing because I'm stopped. And the next screen is the current run-in time. So currently I've been riding for 37 minutes and 54 seconds. I've currently done 13.3 kilometers. And the time is, yeah, nearly 10 past 4. And if I go down again, that will then tell me the battery level. So on the battery level on the actual Velo2, we've got 92%. I believe I started this ride at 94%. So 2% per, well, that's about 4% per hour, isn't it, really? And that's dramatically better than the Karoo 2. The Karoo 2 normally burns about 8 to 10%, depending on what additional features you've got switched on. And of course, the mobile phone battery, 95% on my iPhone, and that's where it's paired to at the moment with the Bluetooth. So it uses the phone for mapping when you're setting up and sending, of course, to the device. I think it also uses the assisted GPS on the actual phone as well to navigate, but the maps are actually downloaded to the head unit, the Velo2. On the left and right we've got brightness, so I can turn the brightness up, and that's a useful feature to have, especially when it's night time, because sometimes the lights can be a little bit bright. And if I go down one more, again we're back to the start and stop, so back up, there we go. Not too shabby. And full disclaimer on this as well, the device itself I purchased myself. I bought it from eBay, brand new. Sounds weird, doesn't it? But yeah, it was for sale for £75 from eBay. I'm not entirely sure if it was the actual Beeline official store on eBay, but yeah, it was brand new, box sealed, and perfect, absolutely. So the question is, will I actually use it on a long ride? Possibly, I think I would. One of the things what does appeal to me is the battery life. It's quoted at 11 hours. Whether I get 11 hours is another question. I think 9 hours is probably going to be about right. But you can power it on USB-C, and because it's so tiny and the battery inside of it is so little as well, I don't think I'm going to have any problems with power, especially on the longer rides. So I don't know. Maybe when I do my blind test for this to actually take me out in the wilds maybe and get lost, see if it navigates me back home, I might be have a different opinion, but for what it is at the moment, I think it's absolutely smashing. Anyway, thank you very much for viewing today. If you like what you see, please do drop me a like. Make sure you hit that bell for the subscription, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.